All right. It's a situation with Oh Val Comedian, and my special guest that I have today is Will Mon.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Now, this is going to be like a totally opposite, because see, Will Mon normally interviews me. But now I get to be in the interview chair to interview him, okay? Because it's a situation, and we're going to talk about it. But make sure you go on my YouTube page on Oh Val Comedian, and make sure you go down and click that subscribe button, okay? Subscribe. It's free. Just go ahead and subscribe. And two, click that little notification bell on there to make sure to notify you when I post different interviews and different events, different what? Situations, okay? Now, Will.
Yeah.
I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about a lot of things because you do so much. I can't, elaborate on everything because you do so much. But this is the thing, okay? It's a situation. This is the situation.
Okay.
Because you produce a lot of people when it comes to singing.
Okay.
You do a lot of new artists.
Yeah.
People we never heard of.
Yeah.
You bring them up to light to what's going on. Oh dang, really? So now let's say that it's a new artist.
Okay.
To you, they're new.
Yeah.
But to the world,
yeah.
So a couple people might know them.
Okay.
But they can't sing. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is a situation. They bring it to you because they want you to promote them.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't sing. Do you tell them they can't sing, or do you just sideways say, I ain't got no space? What you do? How you handle that?
Oh, you know what? To be honest, that's cold because you kind of put me on
it's a situation.
It's a situation right there. But the best thing I can tell a person of that type of caliber, that it's a business.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's a business, and you got to make yourself marketable. So, come back with something that we can sell.
Oh shoot! Well, that's a good way of saying it.
Hey, that's the best way I can say it without getting cussed out or get killed nowadays.
Have you got cussed out before?
Nah.
Okay, well,
I've never been cussed out.
You must be pretty smooth with it. You pretty smooth with it, because I've seen a lot of artists. You've brought a lot of artists on there, because you do have the Urban Culture magazine.
Yeah, Urban Culture magazine.
Okay? And I know I've been in the Urban Culture magazine a couple times. Times I couldn't even get a copy. But
you know what? I'm saying? We got you.
Okay,
you know what?
I done heard that before too. Val, I got you. I got you, Val. I got you. I got you.
I was so sorry about.
I was all posing. I got a couple of cute pictures, and
she always got good pictures. This when he come, look.
But I ain't see it though. I ain't seen him.
We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna make sure we take care of Valerie for that, man. I am so sorry for that.
He took 3D pictures, because guess what? 3 dudes seen it, but it wasn't me. Okay, because I ain't no dude, but I'm just saying it was a 3D picture, because 3 dudes seen it. Like, man, check this chick right here. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me.
Hey, shout out to Notch. Yeah, Notch Brown, all y'all. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, Notch Brown. Yeah, they got all them pictures right there.
Yeah, he got them pictures still.
Yeah, right. I ain't got a copy of it. I was like, damn, who dick do I need to suck to get a copy of the goddamn picture? Because I ain't got one.
I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm so geeked, because it's like, this is a nice setup.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And to even have me come into the show, like, thank you, because you don't really get that much. That lets you know how much you are a part of the game nowadays, because you actually do what you say.
Yeah.
Some people get their own talk show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And don't even call us, but it's okay. But everything that you've done, and it's just like, wow, to seeing it actually work, and actually seeing your network, your hand, how far it goes into the game. It's like, wow, this is a powerful woman. So to be here right now,
I appreciate that.
To be here right now.
Okay.
Oh man, come on. I'm geeked
now,
up.
I really appreciate him saying that, because see, I don't think you understand just how much I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I look up to you, because like I said, a lot of people out here do a lot of talking when you new at the game. When I was new at the game, I'm still new at it. But when I was very, very new, I can say Will Mon was one of the first ones that called me in for an interview. And I was like, really? I was all excited. About the interview and stuff. Because a lot of people, they'll tell you that, oh, I got you. Yeah. I got you, but they don't have you. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I had a situation even going on, you called me in like, hey, let me hear your side.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was some messy shit.
Yeah, it was.
It was some messy shit.
It was.
But you was fair about it.
Yeah, I was fair about it.
Because you was like, hey, I got the platform to let you go ahead and get your side out. And I was like, I really appreciate that. Because you was like, it's a different side of you, Val.
Yeah.
Because I don't normally see you like go in. You know what I'm saying? I was like, people always sometimes confuse that. They go, okay, you know what? She's real cool. cool. She laid back. You know, she's an older chick. You know what I'm saying? And she pretty smooth. But it's another side. You know what I'm saying? It's another side. If you push me, you'll see the other side. You know what I'm saying?
We saw the war, but it was wartime. And you know what? And even in that situation, it was handled with class still. It was handled at the same level that everybody was playing at.
You said that too.
You know what I'm saying? It was.
You was like, oh Val, one thing I gotta tell you, you know what? You getting to the point, but you still classy about it. You know, and I'm just a classy chick. But I'm saying, if you push me, you will see another side. You know what I'm saying?
I think I might have to repost those videos so y'all can actually. Hey, I'm talking about fire. I got stuff that I didn't even post from that shit.
Yeah, that's true.
That's on another phone. Like,
that's true.
Again, I've learned in this industry, respect the women.
Yeah, that's true.
Just respect the women. Even if you see two queens going at it, don't even get into it. Take your side.
I hate that part though.
But it has to be that way sometimes.
I hate the part about the queens getting into it each other. How about just respecting each other for your lane? Stay in your lane, do your thing, worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that about this is in comedy. It's a male dominant thing already.
Yeah, true.
So why let the females beat each other upside the head? You knocking me upside my head don't get you in front of me. If it do get you in front of me, you step over me. Guess what? When I get up, I still might run past you.
And I think it goes another situation. Again, when you have people that recognize your potential and what you really done. You know what I'm saying? Like I said again, to me to be here and be one of the few people that's here now, it's a great thing because I know this situation is going to carry amongst the brands that you already got.
Oh, I think
so. It's one of those things where again, it's like you're seeing the changing of the industry.
Okay.
And it's becoming more prominent and more. You see the pictures of your celebrity friends. You and you're putting it in order though that a lot of comedians can't keep up with. Yeah. So even if it's another queen or it's another king, it's gonna always be some type of confrontation.
That's true.
One thing I learned about this business, if you're not ready for that confrontation, then you should not be in this business.
One thing I've learned though, to this point, I'm in it almost 3 years now, but the one thing I have learned is by being a female, you do need a male behind you. In some aspect of it, you do need a male, whether it's your manager or a business advisor or something, because a lot of times people try to bully you. I'm serious. They try to bully you as a female comedian. You know, there's a lot of males that either will bully you. It's either somebody that's running a room or it's either somebody running a show, you know, or it's either just another comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in the industry, when you're a female at it, you get a lot of situations where they just really try to bully you. And then it took me to hear from somebody that's way more experienced, that got years in it, to really break it down to me. You know what it is? It's jealousy. Yeah. And like you say, it's fear. It's fear. It's fear that you're gonna, you know, jump out there in front of them, because sometimes, you know, like a movie come out, and when that movie first hit, you know, if it's that movie's popping, and then everybody's going to see that movie. But then after a while, that movie get old, and then guess what? Now they're looking for a new movie. So people are worried about, you know, oh man, they might go see you, want to see your show, and then forget about my show. Yeah. You know, instead of just saying, hey, let's just have the shows together. Your show hitting right now, my show hitting right now. You know, later on, maybe we might come together and make another good show together. You know, they don't want to do it like that. It's selfish.
Yeah, it is a selfish thing.
Yeah, it's selfish.
Vegas, again, and I love this city. I love this city to death. It's so small. It is small still within the people that's really working.
Yeah, there you go.
That's really working. So it's easy to misconstrue.
Right, one thing.
Yeah, it's all it takes. And because of the branding out here is so at a high level now.
That's true.
It's like I've seen the city when it was the 80s.
Okay, yeah.
When it was the late 70s, we was here watching Hurt 'em Bad.
Remember those days. I remember
those days, man. Hard Rock Wiz. Yeah. Rest in peace to Vegas J. All these people, and to see it now coming to this situation, it's at a level now. Like, you can't fake it no more, really. Within a lot of stuff is stopped now. So you either what you are, or sooner or later you'll get pushed out the way, because people like Val, people like, say, Doc, people like Eddie Fuse, people like Notch Brown. You got so many people nowadays. Now we have an industry growing now.
Right.
Like we truly have a real industry growing, and it's like
so many avenues. It's just so many. It's just so many avenues of the whole of everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's why I said when I see you with different artists that you're bringing up.
Yeah.
You know, I see some artists that you bring up. I be like, damn, can I rap? I got a couple lines. I can spit. I got a couple lines. I can hold a note.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I was like,
but you know what?
I want to do it.
Hold
I want to
on.
do it.
But you know what? That is the reason why we mess with talent.
Okay.
Because again, that's the situation. Like I tell talent now, I can promote you. I could do whatever. But you know what you're going to do? You're going to inspire the next person.
Right, to want to do it more.
They want to do it more, especially if they feel like they got just as much talent.
Right.
So sooner or later, what happened is you might come along, but then the next person come along, and their energy might be a little bit better than your energy, even though you know what you're doing. This person's energy is out the roof.
Yeah.
So it take you, but then the next person that see the lyrics in the energy, they might come and they might have both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's this energy. All we doing is recycling the energy. If they good, we're gonna let the people say.
Now, how do you find the different people? Because you have so many people that you've promoted.
Yeah.
I seen I can't even think of his name. You gave him a honor of, and I'm not sure if it was just you, but you presented it to him. You gave him something for the year of it at the Urban Lounge.
Our artist Tay Hustle. What's up, Tay Hustle?
Okay.
Yeah, he won an award, and like I said again, it's another thing that we do. He won an award. And it was more online, but we took it a little bit further, and we presented him an award. Our whole thing with artists nowadays is let's treat them like they are what they are.
Yeah, but that meant a lot.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but that meant a lot to. I'm not saying that because I really didn't know who he was.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you introduced the stuff online already, so I might have heard a little snippet of it, but I really didn't. Another artist
exactly.
But when you presented him with the award, I was like. Now that's what I call support.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You brought out the owner of the show that you do, and then you had y'all presented him with the award and stuff, and he really felt good about it because he came back. We chit chatted, me and him, couple of chit chat, and I was like, oh dude, I didn't know who. I seen you a little bit on Will Mon special, but I didn't really take like that. And he was like, yeah, I really appreciate this.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. So it's like to me the appreciation of the extra steps that you go through. You help an artist to even want to go further.
Exactly.
But some people they say they know they're good, but they keep hitting those brick walls and they feel like they're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
They kind of pulls them back down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I it's appreciated to me outside looking in when you take that extra step to make that person feel their value even more. So then they want to increase their value. You know what I'm saying? Because if I can get a plaque, shoot, next time I'm getting a trophy.
Exactly.
I might get keys to a car one day. You know what I'm saying?
If they again, my main thing is this: it went from him receiving awards to him receiving his royalty checks now.
See?
So now he's getting paid from that type of stuff.
See, that's what I'm saying. But it takes some. But always, I don't care what it is. When in the entertainment business, it's gonna take somebody behind you to support you to push that.
It
push
does.
that.
It
You
does.
know what I'm saying?
It does.
I don't care how hard you push yourself. It's always going to take somebody else to help push you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to push your, whatever it is. If it's your singing, push your singing. If it's your acting, push your acting. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to spit, you know what I'm saying? We already trying to get her in the studio to do a comedy album. Let's get that going. That's still on my head. Yeah, I heard that for a while.
Yeah. We still got it.
But you know what though? I will admit one thing. I was honored when you did ask me about doing the comedy album.
Yeah.
But now I was really honored about that. But to tell you the truth, I wasn't ready.
You wasn't ready?
I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. And at this point, I feel I could get ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could get ready, but I can't tell you that I was ready. You know what I'm saying? But I was just so honored that you asked me. You know what I'm saying? But when I say, because I'm in my 50s.
Okay.
And I know a lot of young people just jump out. That opportunity, they jump at it, even if they're not ready.
Yeah.
But I knew my potential. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I know I could get ready.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna, I love that you trusted in me to say that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I watched, like you say, your brand.
Yeah.
I was building my brand.
Yeah.
Oh Val Comedian is my brand, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna put myself out there when I really knew deep inside, I was not ready. So I was like, let me get some more in, you know what I'm saying? Let me get some more of this in, you know. Let me learn some more, you know, because I know you're not gonna half-ass do nothing.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So I ain't finna let you tell me, you know, come back, bring it back, and all that other bullshit. You know
but
what
you
I'm
know
saying?
what? A lot of times though, what we see in a lot of people is the potential that they do have. Either you have that potential or you have that spark. If you don't have that spark, then you have the business sense. So a lot of the people that you see, if they
business came up again. So I keep trying to tell people without business, you really ain't gonna go nowhere.
And a lot of the artists that you see that's like they all right, they cool. They have great business. They understand it costs. I'm a brand. My brand costs. So regardless how good I am, if I got people that like me already, then my brand is those people that like me.
That's right.
And it's another part of my brand. Maybe I get and they buy some of that shit, you know, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those things. But a lot of those people are just business sense. They savvy.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we back in. We just, you know how the internet is. It pop in, pop out. We had to pop it back in.
We had to pop it back in.
But like I was saying, with different artists that you are bringing in, you bring in a lot of people. And I don't know how far everybody goes because you have so many artists that you bringing in.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate how you have supported me in so many ways. Sometimes I got off stage and you came with me. You was like, I like that. That was What do you enjoy about my comedy? What do you enjoy about seeing Oh Val Comedian?
What I mostly enjoy is the situation of your connection with the crowd.
Situation. Okay.
And I enjoy how you can really look at the crowd and really work it and see where the mode of it is going.
Okay.
Then sometimes I like when you say fuck what everybody else talking about, this what we go talk about, and you converse them and convert them over to what you up on. So I like seeing you work. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The jokes are great, but overall, me, I like seeing you work the crowd.
Okay, Donnie, I've learned a lot of that from Donnie Johnson, from that dude, Donnie Johnson. That's why I just talked with him about that. I've learned a lot when it comes to him. Before I even started comedy, I learned a lot.
Donnie's
from
a good
him.
dude.
Yeah, he
straight
is.
up, a straight good dude. There's one up. There's 6 o'clock. Hey, again, a lot of comedians. But Donnie is one of those that's like, nah. Straight up, like 100 is there's no angles behind it. There's no either Donnie's messing with you or he ain't messing with you.
That's true. Ain't no sideways.
No, ain't no middle ways. Donnie do not. And it took me a while just to even get a conversation with Donnie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what? He's a smooth dude. That's why he's smooth. He ain't fakerism.
No,
you know what I'm saying? He's smooth about it. And like I said, I've learned from him. I've asked him, questions and stuff, and he come at me and give me the real of his opinion. Yeah. And he hasn't always agreed with, certain situations that I brought him, you know what I'm saying? But it gave me an avenue to try to look at it in a different light. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and a lot of comedians, they feel like they at a certain level, it's like I learned on my own, you learn on your own. They don't even want to tell you, but he's not the type to ever do that. And that's why I was feeling that maybe when it comes to you, when it came to the music industry of it, where you like that too, because you have presented so many people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I experienced it with just starting off, I'm in the starter's gate. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the starter's gate, and the gun ain't even been shot, but as soon as the gun getting ready to shot, you like, holler at me when you hit the finish.
Yeah, I'm
holler at me. I got you.
Like
you didn't know if I was gonna win the race, but you was like, holler at me.
It don't even matter because people like Richard T, that gave me a shot, they didn't care. People like Ken Bosket, they didn't care. Wayne, rest in peace, Wayne Waters. They didn't care. They didn't care. They was like, if you got the heart and you got the talent, let's do it. So we had a chance back in the 90s and the late 80s to do what people are doing right now. We was at the Riviera, or we was down on the west side over at the Town Tavern. I
remember Town Tavern days.
Yeah, we performed some everywhere.
My dad used to work there. Shoot.
See? You see what I'm saying? The Colony Club when it was up. You know what I'm saying? So we did a lot of stuff in this era where, again, it was one of those things where it was like, man, is this possible? Right. Can this even is it gonna last longer than this? Because right now we out here gang banging and all type of other stuff. Yeah. And we want to move to this, but is the money there? And back then it was so far fetched, but to see it now is just like wow. So I got the opportunity back then, And I'm just a reciprocal of what we was getting back then. That's all.
So how did you start off this? How did you start off into this?
Man, life. I told myself, man, I'm done with the bull. I'm done with the street shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You get a point in that life. If you really in the streets, you'll go mad.
Wow.
You'll go mad.
Yeah.
And you'll lose it. So you'll say, look, either I'm a ride with this, or I'm gonna say, you know what, I ain't hard like that.
Right.
I ain't hard like I'm a man.
Okay.
And then you be like, you know what, let me do man things.
And so tell everybody a little bit exactly what all you do, because I know you do so much, but I want you to tell what you want to talk about. Tell all you do.
What we do is it's a multimedia company.
Okay. And what's the name of it again?
It's Urban Culture Magazine.
Got you. Okay.
That's what we started off, but we got different branches, and we're all our own separate entities, and we work together.
Okay.
So you have China Doll Photography. You'll have Lava Knox Studio. You'll have VMR, the radio station. You'll have VMR, the record company. You'll have I Gotta Hit, the radio station.
Right.
We all work together. Producers like I Am Raw. We all work together to make and give artists an easy situation now. We've learned how hard it is for artists to really go there. So that's what we do. We give them an easy situation so an artist can come to us, and as soon as he comes to us, then they go a photo shoot. As soon as you come to us, radio, magazine. So we want to give artists the lifestyle that they talk about on music. You know, if they do this, we want to be the ones to show, no, they actually do it.
Okay, well, I got a situation for you when we done too. I'm see if you can wrap that up for me.
Uh-oh.
See, y'all proof that I'm gonna bring it to him, because see, I get Will something to do for me, and it be like 2 weeks, and like, Val, I got you. I'm like, no, you ain't got me, because I ain't seen it. When I have it in my hand, that's I got you. Okay,
I got you.
So I got a situation that I'm gonna present to him.
Oh,
but
no.
don't let him not follow through with it, because it's a situation that I'm gonna talk about. Okay, and he know he don't want me to do that. He don't want me to do that.
Nah.
He don't want me to do that
At all.
Now, do you have a lot of female artists that you present to? Because I see it mostly as men, but mostly in the rap game. Because rap is it's so hyped now.
Yeah.
You know, mostly in the rap game, it's mostly men.
Yeah.
You know?
Female artists. Nah. I don't even try to even work with so much female artists. And only reason why, especially in the rap game, boyfriends.
Oh yeah, huh?
Boyfriends. Yeah. That's it. That's it.
When I started comedy, I was dating someone, and when the person I was dating, he didn't like it. Yeah, he was like, you going out to too many different sets and stuff. Every night you got to go to work the next day. What you doing out that late? Yeah. Oh, you like taking a picture with that dude? Why was that dude hugging you like that? And I was like, all right, wait, whoa.
It's hard.
And I was like, it took a long time for me to finally get here enough nerves to go for it. I'm not gonna let nobody hold me back. You don't like me up here on the stage. Taking a picture with somebody else like.
Hey, y'all got
chuck a deuce, dude. Okay, because I'm not gonna turn back around. I got.
It take a strong individual to deal with to have y'all as in a relationship.
Right.
You gotta be very, very tough skinned and very strong. And a lot of times, a lot of those people, their mind is not strong enough to handle someone like yourself. And it's not you as the individual, but you as the persona, you as the brand, you as the person that's liked outside of the house.
Right.
Like, it's very hard for your man to be sitting here and like us past. What's happening? What's happening, baby?
That's true.
And he like, nigga, I'm a real man.
Yeah,
I'm a real nigga.
I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm not
nigga.
invisible. I'm right here.
So you got to really start looking at that whole situation. Hell, I done had artists, R&B artists, and they know, man, from way back to now. You know what I'm saying? They know how it is.
Right.
They get into that situation. That girl get to seeing that little pop off.
But a lot of dudes now, even though it's all friendly, you might have known some dude for like 20 years or something like that. Like, oh, what's up?
Yeah,
but the thing is, dudes now scared to touch you. Like either they woman watching, thinking the wrong thing. Because there's always hugged up. We always hugged up, taking pictures. But now it's like somebody. Oh, did you see her? You see him hugged up on her? Oh yeah, he must be fucking her. Yeah. He cheating on his wife. He cheating on his girl. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's so scared to touch everybody. The first thing everybody want to do is what? Throw up that peace sign. I ain't touching her.
Man,
I ain't touching her.
I'll tell you right now like this.
I ain't touching her. You see my hand? Two fingers, man. I ain't, I'm
going to say it like this. Me, myself, personally, I would never have an issue like that. Ever. ever.
But you know some people that do.
Yeah. You know
right?
why though? Because really, basically, they don't know how to handle themselves.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of guys in this entertainment business.
I ain't gonna say everybody faithful. That's what I'm gonna.
Hey, the professionalism level is so low, and your woman probably will let you deal with it because she know you're a one of a kind type of dude. You're an entertainer.
See?
But because you don't handle that in the situation of respect,
right? Respect. She go
always be on your head.
Right.
People see my Facebook, they see my Instagram. Like I when it come down to a relationship or any woman, it's respect deemed, but it's respect earned because who I am and what I do.
There you go.
And how I go about doing it. So I don't never plan on having an issue with a woman about anything that I can conversate with her about.
Right.
And within my attitude and the way that I am, a woman that do know me, she know how I am. So therefore, it's already in her head.
Right. That's true.
Of what it is. So and it's not a bad thing because trust me, I respect. I do whatever I need to do to let them know that it's appreciative.
Right. See that, and that's one thing I can respect about you because you've never crossed the line with me, and I know I look good as a motherfucker. Yeah. So I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that you know the line ain't never been crossed.
Hold on, stop. But it was one time. Now we was at Urban Lounge, and I don't know what the heck she was doing. She gonna call herself bending over.
You know what?
Look, hold on. Let me tell y'all this. We know the difference between looking good and all that, right?
Oh, God.
So she gonna bend over. Look, the DJ, me, I forgot whoever the brother. We looking like.
Did she just do that? Because somebody said something to me.
I did. That. I said, you know what? You gonna get smacked on your ass for that shit. And I don't mean it in a way like
I be forgetting. You know what I'm saying? I be looking at y'all just one of the homeboys. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had a friend like that one time. I was telling him, me and him was really close. You know, we like sisters and brothers. We never crossed the line and nothing like that. But when he got a new girl in his life, you know, and he was like, oh, this is my sister Val. You know, I told you about her. This is Val. You know, he came back and told me later. He said, you know what? She's gonna tell me, how was that your sister? And he said, no, it's like not really my blood sister, but we like her. She's like, yeah, right. I can't see her like a homegirl. You know what I'm saying? She's too cute. You sure you ain't never hit that? He's like, no. He said, that would be gross. You know, Val like my sister. And I said, you know, a lot of times is when they get a new girl in their life, my homeboys, they be like, you know, they girl be intimidated about that. I'm like, girl, please, just think about it. That's just woman to woman.
Yeah.
I was here before you.
Yeah.
So if I wanted him, don't you think I would be with him already?
You know what?
Come on.
Me and Bridget China Dog Photography, we talked about this. When it comes to that type of stuff, blame TV.
Yeah, that's
blame
true.
TV.
Yeah, that's true. And the media stuff.
And media.
That's
blame.
That's what I told you about them pictures. Yeah. You taking pictures and people scared to touch you. Because when you see somebody touch another person, oh yeah, he hitting that. Oh yeah, you so cute she is, man.
Hey, situation. Let me talk about a situation. I ain't gonna even put no names out there since we on situation.
It's a situation. That's right. It's a situation show.
Okay, now. It was a discussion going on. An interview.
Okay.
Comedian to comedian.
Okay. My man. Comedian.
Hey, and again, being respectful.
Okay.
Being respectful to the point where, come on, man, you know you shouldn't really be like, come on. And just imagine this situation.
Okay. All right.
You pursuing, you trying, and then the female say, don't have me bust you out.
I'm glad he's not saying no names.
No, hell no. I ain't gonna say no name. I ain't gonna say no.
But you're talking the situation.
Yeah, you know the situation. You know the situation.
Okay.
And like I said again, these type of situations you see, you just be like, God dang, like really? Like it's really like that? It's to me again. I talked to a man about poetry.
Okay.
Then you got comedy. Then you got hip hop.
Okay, got you.
The comedy market,
right,
is a treacherous market.
Yeah, that's true.
It's colder than hip hop.
That's true.
It's smoother than poetry. But comedy, I wouldn't want to be a comedian.
I know when people try to tell me when I first started, they like, oh man, you're a natural. And I didn't understand what that meant. Right?
You a natural.
And I always remember the first person who told when I first started an issue with people and they like putting their nose up when you started doing it is Val. I call it Lil Val. Val Diaz.
Yes.
Anyway, I she was the first one. I just know her from taking all the pictures all the time, right?
Yeah.
But then she came up to me and I was talking about an issue and she said, Val. you a beast. I'm like, what? She's like, you a beast. You came from nowhere. Everybody like wonder where you came from. So then I understood that a little better, you know, because she helped me. I was like, okay, I understand that. So it's not like, you know, they see me here, see me there, and I worked my way up. So it's like I popped up and nobody, you know, even though I might have loved comedy, they didn't know me for comedy.
Yeah.
They just know like, oh, that's Val. You know what I'm saying? And then that's like I'm trying to explain to people. I said, like, don't y'all understand? That's how I got my nickname. Hey. You know, oh, that's Val. Because being from Vegas, I know a lot of people. I grew up here. I know a lot of people in Vegas. So it's Oh Val, because I'm Oh Val. They knew that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I just want to tell everybody that it's just been such a pleasure to swap spots with my buddy Will Mon here. You know what I'm saying? To swap spots. But, you know, gonna get ready to work on our other adventures together because y'all heard it, right? Y'all heard it, right? Because I had to get a little bit under my belt so I could be ready. Because he don't half-ass do nothing. I'm gonna tell you that now. And he don't mind telling you that you ain't ready. Okay, and I couldn't take it. Like you said, you can't wear your feelings on your sleeve. But I wasn't ready for him to tell me that I ain't have it. Okay,
she got it though. You got it.
I got it now.
I got it now.
But I didn't have it then. I didn't have the confidence then. I gotta have confidence. You gotta have confidence then. So I had to work on that. So I'm just glad that that you still kept it in your memoir.
Oh, trust me.
To remember that you offered that, and I'm ready now.
Man, y'all, hey, the comedian, all y'all guys right now, to me, for real, in the comedian, as far as Las Vegas, y'all really being slept on. Y'all really are not being given a real home to really, like, come on, man.
They bring a lot of outside now. They bring a lot of outside comedians. That's why I said we're in a spot now. We have to move around more because the point is, if you don't move around, you're not really going to get anywhere. Because that's why they're bringing a lot of, and they told me we just want new talent. But I have a thing with certain comedians when I keep trying to tell them, me myself, you've never seen the same set from me.
Yeah, no.
I will bring in some jokes that I've already said, but I never tell you the same set, never. Yeah. Because that's just my mentality of it. Because if I keep bringing you the same thing, and then all of a sudden I want you to pay for this show, but then next week I'm gonna do open mic right here and it's free. Who gonna come see me?
But see, there you go. See, this is why we gotta have another show because you just said something that was so business minded, so, and I'm gonna say it. You can't go around having 1,000 shows and then ask somebody to come to one show to pay for.
That's why I don't do so many open mics. That's what I mean. You know, everybody's like, you got to get on there. You got to get on there. Whenever it's a set, you got to get on there. But the thing is, you cannot bring, to me, my opinion is, you cannot build your career off of doing all these open mics. To me, open mic is practice, but most of the people that's at open mics is the people that's comedians already. So they sometimes they picking up off of your stuff, or they learning from some stuff that you said, or how to go about presenting something differently. But at the same time, you can say, oh, can you come see my show? It's $20 this week, such and such place. Oh, okay. Well, shoot, man, next week he'd be at such and such place, and it's open mic and it's free.
Exactly.
So of course they don't want to spend their $20 on seeing you. And then you can't, like you got to be out there, but sometimes you be out there and you got to be out there just, supporting. And I do that a lot. I do that a lot. And people are like, oh, you gonna go up? I'm like, no. It's not like I think that I'm big headed or nothing like that, but I've learned that you got to let people miss you a little bit. If they can see you all the time, they when you come to trying to make it, if you want to make it a business, you got to have a business mind aspect of how you want to get there.
But in other words, you got to be good.
That's true. You think I'm good?
I think you're good.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
But
can you tell us one more time how we get a hold to Mr. Will Mon?
I got a hit, the radio show, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Urban Culture Magazine. You can go to jugmag.com. You can see the latest issue, or you can go on Facebook and you see the latest issue on there. And that's about it, really. That's just how you get in touch with us, Or China Doll Photography. You go to China Doll Photography.
And they take some awesome photos, because I got some cute ones up in there, and I'm like, oh, you sure did do me right.
Look, once we get the album, once we can sit down with her, we'll get a photo shoot. We'll get the album. Look, I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit.
I got stuff because I got a new reel that I need to get done. So I'm coming at you. I'm gonna let you know.
Well, that's business. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Oh, I am so honored to have you. Like I said, it was like a switch. Instead of you doing me, now I get to interview you, and I was like, Will Mon.
And y'all, please forgive me for looking around. I know y'all see me, but I'm just so in awe. If y'all could really be here right now and see this, it's nice.
Okay.
This is nice. Trust me, you wanna. This is nice.
But
I like it.
But you know who maybe that? What I was already looking into working into it. I asked somebody about a couple of months ago, beginning of the year, but that I wanted to start a podcast, and she was like, "Well, what do you want to start the podcast about?" You know. So I said, I basically told her, you know, and she was like, "Okay, well, how about you buddy up with somebody first and then build it up?" And I was like, I ain't really the buddy up type of person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was another comedian, but. You know, it's like, so what? Because he has more experience and all that stuff. I'm really not the buddying type. You know what I'm saying? How it still won't get across what I'm trying to get across, right? And so they didn't really vibe with it, you know. And then I was just so honored when I had watched a couple of podcast stuff, and then I had met Jerome. Yeah. And then Jerome didn't know that I had been watching him. And so then he was like, "Hey, can I get you on my podcast?" I'm like, "Shoot, yeah." Because I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because people ask me to come on this all the time, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, you know, and you don't really say yes to everybody. I'm sorry, but you don't. You don't. But I was honored that he asked me because I had just seen, because I seen it. And the reason why I watched his show is because he had people that I knew on there, and I wanted to see what they were talking about. You know, and so then that's how I end up started watching the show and started following
Mr. Jerome.
You know, I started following him. So then when I was on his show and then we started talking about stuff and he was like, and I was like, yeah, I wanted to do a podcast, but I'm still working on it. So he's like, what you waiting on?
Exactly.
And I was like, what you mean what I'm waiting on? He's like, you can do it here. And I was like, oh, in your studio? And I was like, he's like, yeah. What you need? I got you. Let's help you. And see, I know from experience, like I said, when it comes to comedy, I know when somebody say, hey, I got you, you know, like you do. I got you, you know, you got to take advantage of those opportunities. So that's why I started taking advantage of the opportunity. So, and he thought I was kidding. And he told me that day, I was like, how much you need? Okay. And he was like, damn, she got that kind of money in her purse, you know what I'm saying? He looked at me like, you know, and he was like,
business.
You know, I was like, it's business. I'm like, but I don't need no receipt because I kick your ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't make me whoop your ass or chase your ass. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was so nice to see the next day. He was already giving me different outlooks on the backdrop of it all. And I was like, oh, shit, he for real. You know, he for real. You know, money talk. You got that money, go ahead. You ain't dragging your feet. I ain't dragging my feet. Let's go.
There you go. That's the best way.
Know, and I really appreciate that because it put fire underneath me.
Well, salute to Jerome, man. I'm telling you.
Shout out to Jerome. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can follow his page, too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, my whole thing, though, is this. What we do in the end is what Jerome's doing right now.
Right.
He's a smart businessman in the music industry and the industry itself. Right. I think that's success.
Right, exactly right. Because he started off in music, and it's so funny when I mentioned to him that I was bringing you on. He's like, I know Will Mon. He started me off. He had me. I said, yeah, that dude dope. He's always inspiring to bring some kind of singer on. Because see, I didn't even know he sing at first.
Oh man,
I didn't know he sing first.
Come on.
So I went on there and I checked him out. And I was like, damn, he got panty dropping music. You know what I'm saying?
And he just ducked out the way on us, like, man.
I was like, oh, this might be a wet one. You might need a wet one to listen to one of his songs. I was like, damn, he got a nice voice.
Got some good music and check out Again, this is what I say, branding, knowing your brand and understanding how to evolve with your brand and understanding what aspect of your brand is shining versus where you could take that brand if you do something else.
Right.
Understanding that you are a brand. You yourself is the brand. No one else can stop. No one else can move. No one else can stop you from doing what you do.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny. He told, I don't know if I'm going over time, but that's okay. But he told me that he went somewhere, and then when he went somewhere, because he just started the comedy stuff up, and he said that when he got there, the first thing somebody asked him was, because they heard him sing the week before or whatever, and it was like, you gonna sing? He's like, no, I come here to do comedy. And I was like, I think you get more pussy if you go ahead and just do that. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead and sing, because I heard some of your songs. You know, I heard your voice. You is cute too. You know what I'm saying? You cute. You could get more pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're not funny. I'm just saying you can get some more pussy. I'm just saying, you know.
I ain't gonna say nothing like that. Hey, because I know.
That's just a comedian me. That's just a comedian me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to make a joke out of it.
We'll see a video of Jerome running on everything. Keep it up. He know.
No, she didn't say that. No, she didn't say that. He probably kill me when he see this. When he see this, he probably kill me. But once again, I really want to tell everybody, I really appreciate Will Mon for coming out. Like I say, it was an honor of mine to interview him instead of him interviewing me. I mean, like, I'm really excited about it. I have so many different people that bring a different type of excitement to me. But like I said, he don't know that he's an inspiration to where I'm at today. Because like I
Thank
said, when I
you.
first started this, you know what I'm saying? It took somebody like him to help push me on to do other things. And like when he brought me on his podcast, you know, and everything else, I was so nervous and everything else. You can see how nervous I was. And he was like, he helped smooth it over to like, let's pause for a minute, take a deep breath.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, okay. So I'm really, I was so happy that when I asked him to come on, he was like, oh, for sure, I got you. Just let me know whenever. I'm there. And I was like, because, when you get to his status, it's kind of hard to get in, you know what I'm saying? So
hold on.
No, for real, come on, let's be real. When you get to your status, it is hard to ask people. They be like, let me check my calendar, But you wasn't like that. You was whatever I need to move around or whatever, I can get that for you. And I'm telling you that from the bottom of my heart that I appreciate that, because everybody's not like that.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody's not like that. Like you're saying, there's so many intimidation on jealousy.
Yeah.
They're not like that. But I'm just saying for you, from what I know of you, you've never been like that with me. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
So don't forget, go down and subscribe to Oh Val Comedian. Go down there and subscribe to my page, okay? Click that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing, just a little muscle in your arm. You know what I'm saying? Just go down, push, subscribe, free, and you might learn something, because you never know who I might have on here to have a situation that you might learn from. So make sure you click that little bell on there too, notification, so that way you'll be notified when I put on something new, and you might find some new news, okay? Because it's a situation. Thank you, Will Mon.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, I'm Oh Val. I'm out of here.